Now, filters are nothing more than a tool that we use to narrow down what we're actually seeing in a particular visual, an entire page, or the entire report. We took a quick look at a slicer several exercises ago because I just couldn't resist the urge to put a slicer out there and use one of our calculated columns as part of the slicer. Slicers more formally will be introduced as our last topic. Here, we're going to look at filters. Now, there are several things to understand about a filter. First, the scope of a filter determines what is being filtered, meaning, am I filtering one visual? Am I filtering all the visuals on a single page? Or am I filtering all the pages in the report? So here's what we're going to do. I have deliberately stayed off some of these icons in this course, specifically this filter icon right here. This is one of the tools that I could use to see what sorts of filters have been applied and to do some filtering myself. You're also going to notice throughout this entire course, I have deliberately kept this filters pane turned off. For the first time, I'm going to deliberately expand it. Well, I can collapse this one. For the first time, I'm deliberately opening the filters pane in order to do something with it. All right, so first, what am I looking at? I have one filter selected, and I've opened the filters pane. This donut chart is the standard donut chart. This is the first one we did together as a group. And 4 fields are being represented. I have subtotal and profit. Those are usually showing up in my tooltip. I've also got shipper and region. Those are creating really the slices in my donut. So you'll notice over here in my filters pane, profit, region, shipper, and subtotal. Here they're simply being represented alphabetically. So 4 potential filters are already in place just because I built a visual, and that's it. You'll notice that down here, I have an option, add fields here. Why would I want to do this? Let's just say that I'm measuring all the orders where the quantity is greater than 5. Well, quantity is not represented in this visual, so I would drag quantity here and do something with that. Filters on this page is just what it sounds like. I can add multiple fields here to filter an entire page, and of course down here, filters on all pages. That means the entire report, the entire file. Right? If you're an Excel person, you're calling it the entire workbook, and so forth. But yet, all of that would go down there. So we have to be very careful about what we're doing and where we're doing it. On the one hand, they're easy to build, but there could be consequences we're not so sure about, so let's be careful. And let's start at the top. If you're going to do this with me, switch over to your donut chart, and let's switch over and find a particular shipper. Or 1 or 2. Just check 1 or 2 boxes. Give ourselves a little variety on the donut chart. Filters are a great way of removing information when you're trying to focus on a few specific things. If all I care about is on-time carriers, I can just uncheck everything else and do my examination this way. Filtering is different than highlighting and lowlighting. Let's turn all these back on. Remember, highlighting and lowlighting is often controlled within the legend. So as I click through the legend here in the donut chart, right, one shipper is highlighted, the others are lowlighted, but everything is still visible on the screen. And sometimes that's what you want because it's the only way to do a good visual comparison. But when you simply are not interested in something, well, then you use filters to remove what you don't want. So let's keep practicing. Let's roll up shipper. Let's come over here to region. We've only got 4 regions. Let's select 2. Now we've got something out here as well. We'll go ahead and we'll click select all. Let's turn all of these back on again. Good. One more piece of roll up. Now before I do something with a number, either profit or subtotal, a couple of things. First, notice that when you work with a number and not text, you get options here for working with ranges of values. These are all the standard sets of operators you would expect to see in a spreadsheet package or in a database. Let's just find out options where our profit is greater than or equal to We'll put in $1,000 and we'll click the Apply Filter, the Apply Filter option. This is what puts it effectively in place.
We hope this video helped. Make sure to click the thumbs up and click the subscribe button right here. And click the link above to check out our Limelight classes, a free virtual live training. See you in the next video.